So the film I chose was Rush Hour, with the main character being Carter, a detective for the LAPD who doesn't like working with a partner, Lee, a detective inspector for the Hong Kong Police Department, and Thomas Griffin, who's secretly the antagonist and friends with the Chinese consul Han, but is also the art thief known as Quanto. The story starts in Hong Kong and then moves to LA in the year 1997, with Rush Hour being released in 1998. The film starts off with Lee trying to capture Juanto, but only ends up finding his right hand man, Song. Song gets away, but Lee is able to recover the Chinese artifacts. He then gives him the Han, who eventually takes a new diplomatic position in America, where his daughter is kidnapped by Song, and then we see the FBI, Han pleading to the FBI to bring in Lee into the case because he trusts him. Carter is then given the task of taking Lee around since he had messed up an explosives sting operation. But while Carter's taking him around, he's trying to find out information about the kidnapping. But again, Lee gets into a fight at the bar for using the N word, and then they head back to the FBI hideout where Carter accidentally discusses with Song a 50 million drop off. While Lee and the FBI were arguing. The FBI tried to trace the call and try to capture Song, but ends up just some of the agents getting killed due to an explosive that Song set off. Lee chases Song, but is only able to get his detonator, which Carter then takes to the LAPD explosives expert Tanya, who tells him that the man that he arrested earlier in the film was actually the one responsible for it. So Carter goes and interrogates him with Lee. Lee shows the man a picture of Sue, and the man eventually talks to them. Carter and Lee then head out to Song's hideout, where they get in a fight, and then they are eventually kicked off the case by the FBI because they blame them for the operation going wrong. Carter convinces Tanya to help Lee get off his plane from Hong Kong, and they head to the art exposition that is being held by Griffin and Consul Han. Griffin tells Consul Han to pay the 70 million to just get it over with. Carter and Lee sneak into the venue, where they order guests to evacuate, which upsets the FBI. Lee realizes that Griffin's actually the art criminal Juanto and chases after him. Carter then heads to go save Sue from the van. With the help of Tanya, is able to get the vest off, which is then given to Lee, and Lee pursues Griffin. Griffin eventually dies because he falls to his death after holding onto the bomb vest, and Lee is caught by Carter with a giant flag. Both of them are then given a vacation to Hong Kong, where we have Carter's famous quote of saying he hates the FBI. He loves LAPD. So the lesson can be shown as you have to be willing to work with others and can lead to anything being possible. And trusting each other allows for better projects to be done. And Ecclesiastes 4, 9 through 10, it says, two are better than one because they have a good returner for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. Rush Hour can be connected to the theme Fall and Redemption of Man because we see Carter, who wants to become the best detective and work alone, mess up Lee's pursuit of the kidnappers, but eventually redeems himself when he first asks Tanya for help and then goes after Lee to help him